feared my uncle, his brother-in-law. And to the final end, my dad remained the man who wanted everyone around him to feel good about themselves. In my father's life, he meant many things to many people. He was a mentor, a teacher, sage, expert, and even a guru of sorts. He sought opportunities to help others. Toward paying tribute to my father, I offer anyone who would like my help in any capacity at all, please simply just reach out to me. There are times in all of our lives when we need help from others, and there are times in our lives when we give help to others. In tribute to my father and his purpose, his song of 60 years of serving others. Everyone needs gurus, experts, mentors, sages, and heroes. Be a hero to those who need one. Find a hero to get the groove on, become the best version of yourself possible, and unlock the song that's deep inside you. We all deserve to find our purpose, like my father did, and to sing it as loudly and proudly as we possibly can. And to die only after releasing it to the world. There's a special lesson that I'd like now Jessica to come up and read. It's titled A Butterfly's Lesson. This is something my father shared with me.
A Butterfly's Lesson. One day, a small opening appeared in a cocoon. A man sat and watched for the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole. Then it seemed to stop making any progress. It appeared as if it had gotten as far as it could and not go any further. So the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and opened the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, but it had a withered body, it was tiny, and it had shriveled wings. The man continued to watch because he expected that at any moment the wings would open, enlarge, and expand to be able to support the butterfly's body and become firm. Neither had happened. In fact, the butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a withered body and shriveled wings. It never was able to fly. What the man in his kindness and his goodwill did not understand was that the restricting cocoon and the struggle required for the butterfly to get through the tiny opening were nature's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings, so that it would be ready for flight once it achieved its freedom from the cocoon. Sometimes struggles were exactly what we need in our life. If we were allowed to go through our life without any obstacles, it would never cripple us. We would not be as strong as we could have been, never able to fly. I asked for strength, and I was given difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, I was given problems to solve. I asked for prosperity, and I was given a brain and brawn to work. I asked for courage, and I was given obstacles to overcome. I asked for love, and I was given troubled people to help. I asked for favors, and I was given opportunities. I received nothing I wanted, but I received everything I needed. Life without fear, confront all obstacles, and know that you can overcome them.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Next, Evan's going to come up and tell a short story.
So I'm just going to share one of the many memories that I've had with my grandfather, who I call Jiddo. This is called the Vanilla Cream Donut story. As a kid, the things I loved in life the most were family, friends, football, and closely behind these three were vanilla cream donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. My Jiddo knew how much I loved these donuts and would always make sure there was a dozen of them waiting for me when I stayed over with him and Nana. I later found out that this was no easy feat. To my knowledge, there was only one Dunkin's in our area that sold vanilla cream donuts, and this one location only sold 1 dozen per day. On top of all this, the donuts would sell out incredibly fast, so what my Jiddo would do was he would call a day in advance and reserve the entire dozen. I remember going over to my Nana and Jiddo's Wayland house, and we would eat these donuts together while playing cards, watching football, or just while bonding with each other. These donuts, which Nana and Jiddo gave to all of us, brought me so much joy, not only because they were a sugary, tasty treat, but because they brought me so many great memories with my grandparents, and I cannot thank Jiddo and Nana enough for sharing them with me. Now, as a young adult, I have grown to appreciate this gesture even more. Although I am not able to eat 3 donuts a day like I used to, and the amount of buttercream frosting filling in these donuts has been reduced to the size of a small teaspoon, I will still walk into Dunkin's and order one of these special donuts and imagine Jiddo by my side while I'm eating it to relive some of the happiest times of my childhood. I love you very much, Jiddo, and you will always remain in my heart wherever life takes me. Thank you.
I want to say a special thanks to Evan because I spent a lot of time preparing for today, and he was very helpful to me over the past 3 or 4 nights. And we worked together late to refine a lot of the things that I'm talking about here. And Evan, I just want to thank you very much for your support of this. Appreciate it. I have 2 sort of last things that I want to share. This one is a letter that I'm writing to my dad to talk to him now. Dear Dad, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You have always been there for me to help guide and support me. I'm grateful to you for being a great role model, philosopher, and mentor to me. When I made the wrestling team in high school, you and Mom never missed a match. You must have loved me fiercely. I don't know why. I'm just me. But I cannot begin to share how meaningful all of your love and support has been for me. I am more proud of you than words can express. It has been my honor to be your son. I know you're still there for me, up there, in here, and in here. I love you, Dad, and I'm looking forward to learning many more truly amazing things from you when we meet again. And in closing, I want to read another message my dad sent in email. And it's called, I'm glad you're in my dash. Everyone receiving this email meant that my dad is glad that you're in his experience. I read of a man who gave a speech at the funeral of his friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came her birth, and began welling up with tears. What mattered most of all, he said, was the dash between the ears. For that dash represents all the time that she spent alive on earth. And only those who knew her best and loved her knew what that line, that dash, is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What really counts is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. If we could just slow down enough to consider what is true and real and always try to understand the way other people feel. Leave your anger at the door, be grateful and show kindness more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remember that this special dash might only last a while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life's actions to rehash, will you be proud of the things you did and how you spent your dash? My father, John Charles Dyer, can certainly be very proud of the way he spent his dash. Thank you all for coming. I love you all, and I really appreciate all of the support and love for you.
so much for coming. If you would like to take one of the centerpieces home with you, please do that. Thank you again.